When we hear the word genius, we remember the greatest scientist in the world, Albert Einstein, who is considered to be the most intelligent person in the world. Even his birthday is celebrated as Genius Day on the 14th of March. Be sure to watch the video until the end. You will get to know 32 such things about Sir Einstein that will really surprise you. Number 32. Sir Isaac Newton was born in the same year that the great scientist Galileo Galilei died, and Sir Albert Einstein was born in the same year that the great scientist James Maxwell died. Number 31. Do you see this picture of Einstein? This picture was taken some time ago. It was sold for 80 lakh. This famous picture also has the signature of this great scientist. The photo was taken at Princeton University on the 14th of March 1951, Einstein's 72nd birthday. The photographer was asking Einstein to smile, but Einstein had already done so for many photographers that day. So instead of laughing, he stuck out his tongue. Number 30. Einstein said a few words in German when he took his last breath. Unfortunately, the person who was present with him at that time did not know the German language. That's why his last words were buried forever. Number 29. Einstein was approached by very young people. They used to ask Einstein the secret of his success. Once a young man came to him and said, "Sir, today your name is all over the world. People appreciate you. Please tell me, what is the basic mantra to becoming great?" Do you know what Einstein said? Just one word: perseverance. Number 28. Despite being a genius, the memory of this great scientist was very weak. He would forget names, dates, and telephone numbers. He couldn't even remember his own number. Once, his colleague asked him for his telephone number. Einstein started looking for his number in the directory kept nearby. "You don't even remember your own telephone number," the coworker exclaimed. "No," said Einstein. "Why remember something I can find in a book?" Number 27. Another story related to his memory is very famous. Einstein was once traveling by train from Princeton University to somewhere. The train conductor came to Einstein, punching the tickets of all the passengers, and asked him to show the ticket. Einstein started looking for the ticket in his pocket and checked his suitcase when he did not find the ticket in his pocket. When he did not find the ticket in the suitcase, he started searching around his seat. The conductor knew Einstein well. He said, "It doesn't matter if your ticket is lost, I'm sure you must have bought the ticket." And after saying this, he started checking the tickets of other passengers. But when he saw that Einstein was still looking for tickets under his seat, he came to Einstein again. He then asked him not to bother about the ticket and said no ticket will be issued to him. "All is well," said Einstein, listening to the conductor. "But how can I know where I am going without a ticket?" Number 26. Einstein is known for his general and special theories of relativity. But very few people know that in 1921, he was awarded the Nobel Prize not for the theory of relativity, but for the discovery of the photoelectric effect. Number 25. Einstein's theories were extremely difficult. At that time, there were very few people who could understand his principles. Someone once asked Einstein's wife, "Do you understand your husband's theory?" "No," he responded with great respect. "But I understand my husband, and he can be trusted." Number 24. Einstein did not like to cut his hair at all. Her hair was always unkempt. Today, Einstein's unshorn hairstyle is seen as a genius hairstyle. Number 23. Despite being such a big scientist, he did not know how to drive a car and liked to travel by sea but did not know how to swim. Number 22. Sir Albert Einstein did not like wearing socks at all. Talking about his childhood, he once said, "My toes were so big that my socks always used to burst during childhood. I was so upset about it that I stopped wearing socks." Sir Albert Einstein did not like to be very well dressed in front of anyone. Whether they are known or unknown, they didn't matter. Number 21. As a child, Einstein was considered a dim-witted boy. The teacher had even said that this boy would not be able to do anything in life. The same boy later became the world's greatest scientist. Number 20. As I said, Einstein was called a retard. Einstein's math professor once called him a lazy dog. He was not very good at studies, but math had been his favorite subject since childhood. Number 19. When he was born, his head was much bigger than the rest of the children's. Doctors said he was mentally unstable. I didn't start reading until I was 7 years old. They always went to school fighting. Number 18. He couldn't speak until he was 4 years old. Once, while having dinner with his parents, he suddenly said for the first time, "How hot is the soup?" Her parents were aghast when they heard this. Number 17. Einstein became interested in science when he was 5 years old, and his father brought him a compass. They were amazed at the force that held the needle pointed in one direction. It was here that he developed an interest in science. Number 16. In 1999, world-renowned Time magazine of America had declared Albert Einstein as the person of the century in the 20th century, the greatest person of the century. Number 15. In the year 1952, Einstein received an offer to become the president of Israel, but he refused the offer, saying that he was not made for politics, but for science. Number 14. Who is your favorite scientist? Perhaps Einstein is a favorite of many of you. Do you know who Einstein's favorite scientist was? Galileo Galilei. Number 13. He was very fond of animals. She had a cat in the house, which was always sad during the rainy season. They would say to the cat, "I know what's wrong with you, but I don't know how to end this rain." Number 12. Einstein loved to smoke cigars. You can see him smoking a cigar in many of his photographs. Once he fell into the river during the journey and was completely drenched when he came out, but even during this time he kept his pipe safe with great care. Number 11. Einstein didn't invent the atom bomb, but his formula played an important role in its creation. Later, he regretted that the formula he gave could destroy humanity. Number 10. Einstein considered war to be extremely dangerous. He was once asked what weapons would be used in World War III. "I cannot say, but I can say that the Fourth World War will be fought with stones, because the Third World War will destroy this advanced civilization, and man will again go back to the Stone Age." Number 9. When people asked Einstein about his laboratory, he would point to his head and smile. When a scientist asked him about his most important tool, he showed him his fountain pen. His mind was his laboratory, and his fountain pen was his tool. Number 8. To work effectively, he never compromised on his comfort. That's why he used to sleep for 10 hours straight, so that he could do his work well. Number 7. Albert Einstein used to charge $5 for his autograph and $1,000 for a speech, and later donated it all to charity. Number 6. The California Institute of Technology invited Albert Einstein to a ceremony. Einstein went there with his wife. They also visited the Space Observatory on Mount Wilson, which housed the world's largest space telescope built up to that time. "What do you see with such a big telescope?" asked Einstein's wife. The person in charge felt that Mrs. Einstein had little knowledge of astronomy. He replied, "With this, we discover the secrets of the universe." Mrs. Einstein said, "Strangely enough, my husband does all this on the pages of the letters he receives." Number 5. When Einstein was a professor, one day a student came to him. The student stated that the same questions from last year's exam appeared in this year's exam. Einstein said, "Yes, but this year the answers have changed." Number 4. A letter from Einstein in which he wrote his views on God and religion was sold for Rs 20 crore 38 lakhs. The letter was written a year before his death, on January 3, 1954, to German philosopher Erich Gutkind, who had sent Einstein his new book, Choose Life, The Biblical Call to Revolt. In reply to the book, Einstein wrote this letter to Erich. In the letter, he said, "For me, God is nothing but a word born out of the weakness of people. The Bible is venerable, but it is only a collection of ancient stories. No amount of explanation, no matter how mysterious, can change my views on this." Number 3. After Einstein's death, Dr. Thomas Harvey extracted Einstein's brain for research without the permission of his family. Dr. Harvey was fired for this act, but he stated that he did it only for research purposes and promised to study Einstein's brain. The brain was kept in a jar for 20 years, and research was conducted on it. The study found that Einstein had more brain cells than the average person, which was believed to contribute to his extraordinary thinking. Number 2. Einstein could have lived longer if he wanted to. When he fell ill in his last days, doctors wanted to operate on him, but Einstein refused. He said that it was pointless to prolong life artificially, and that he had lived his life fully. Number 1. In Sorbonne University in 1930, Einstein said, "If my theory is proven correct, Germany will call me an ideal German citizen, and France will honor me as a world citizen. But if proven wrong, France will call me a German, and Germany will call me a Jew." That's all for this video. If you liked this great scientist, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon. See you in the next video.